Hello, how are you? Happy Wednesday. And I dressed up because I'm going to a karaoke bar in an hour. So, um, part of my campaign activity. Yeah. So, what song am I going to sing? Uh, I was listening to radio, so some popular music radio channels, and how about like My Hips Don't Lie by Shakira? I thought it would be funny if I sing that song and kind of dance like a girl. I think it would be funny. So it could be either hit or disaster, right? It could be disastrous performance on my part. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. So because sometimes I pick the wrong song to sing and dance to, and it become really disaster. But good thing is it doesn't matter. Why? I would not lose a vote because I sang so bad, danced so bad, because they didn't like my dancing and singing. They're not gonna come and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna vote for you because I don't like your dancing and singing." They're not gonna do that. At least I'll get sympathy vote. So I got nothing to lose by performing. So I think I'm gonna sing Shakira. My hips don't lie. I'll tell you how it goes, okay? So I cannot drink obviously because I have to drive there, karaoke place. I just drink a water for until then, which is really sad. Okay, that's so sad. So it's this is just too tight. Okay, so no, I just have keep it on. So I don't want to retie myself. Let's talk about this Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, so President Trump said it's Antifa. I'd have to disagree. Antifa is non-existent. It existed about 4 years ago when President Trump got elected, and yeah, but Antifa was an organization that's very transient. It just existed and it dispersed right away. Okay, after a couple of months. Okay, so there is no more Antifa anymore. People don't do that. Okay, so and Antifa, some of them were violent, like vandalism, but I'm pretty sure there were peaceful Antifa people, right? They just didn't like the fact that President Trump got elected, right? But they are gone now, dispersed. So then, who are Black Lives Matters activists? It's amorphous. It's not even an organization. I don't think. Okay, I don't think there is organized group behind a Black Lives Matter activism. I don't think so. I think it's just everybody. But what kind of people join the Black Lives Matter movement? They're not all African Americans, no. Then who are they? Who joined that movement, activism these days? My guess is that they're kind of either young, like college students or high school students, or perhaps lower middle income, you know, less than average income level people. That would be my guess. Okay, and that would be my guess. Okay, I could be wrong, but why? Because so why are they doing this? Toppling down the statues, spraying on the wall. Why are they doing this? My guess is that it's like maybe they want to get attention, right? Media attention, like 15 seconds of fame, and they're on television, they're on the news, right? In the internet, and that would be my guess. So because during the peacetime, It's mostly the rich people, rich and powerful people who are in the news, who get all the attention, who are on the spotlight, the rich and powerful people, right? The whole time when peacetime, when rich and powerful people are there on the spotlight, on the pedestal, on the limelight, on the stage, the rest of people, us, many of us, audience, we've been passive, right? Well, by the way, I'm not part of Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, I don't do the activism like that. All right, I'm just talking in generality. All right, so now some people are just fed up and bored being an audience, so they want to be the prima donna, the main actor, lead actor. They want to be on the spotlight. I think that's what this is about. Black Lives Matters, okay, movement. Yeah, they want to be on the spotlight, so they topple down the statue. They are being sensation and a lot of news coverage. They want to play that leading character in this theater that we call life. They're sick and tired of being an audience and being passive, just watching all these powerful, wealthy individuals getting all the honors, awards, and all the spotlight, attention. They Now this audience is kind of like rebellion, kind of mutiny. They want to be the king, basically, even for one day. They want to be in control. The audience, regular people who don't have that much power or money, they want to have the power, control. They want to be the kings and queens, even for one day. I think that's what this is about. So it's not just Black Lives Matter movement. It's any civil unrest back in the human history, like French Revolution and all that demonstration, like anti-war during the Vietnam era. So I don't think it's about activism. It's more about this negative copium piling up in the general population as a revolt, right? Now it's they're getting their yayas out basically. So they want to be on the spotlight. They want to be in control. They want to be in power. Just for the balance's sake, because it's negative copium piling up in this lower echelon of the social hierarchy. Now it's reverse flow. It's like ebb and flow, right? Just like pandemic comes and goes, like coronavirus pandemic, whatever, bird flu, whatever, comes and goes, right? So it seems every 3 decades, every generation, maybe every half a century, right? This kind of popular unrest, civil unrest happens if you look back in the history, okay? So it's kind of like this seismic eruption, this volcano, or this earthquake, right? Earthquake is like, just like spring, metallic spring. This plate tectonics movement, it moves a little bit, very slowly, right? And it accumulates this huge potential energy, not just like spring, okay? And then because mantle, whatever earth crust is solid, rock solid, right? So it get compressed, and then suddenly breaks, right? That's earthquake, right? So earthquake in Alaska happens like about a big earthquake happens about once a century or twice a century, something like that. Twice a century, about. Okay. So it seems pandemic, coronavirus or whatever virus, pandemic, or the civil unrest, it seems that happens at like once a century or twice a century. Just like earthquake, about twice a century. That's what it seems. So it's like accumulation of negative copium suddenly going the other way, right, toward the upper class, right? Yeah, it takes about 5 decades. That's what it seems. Okay, that's humanological analysis of this civil unrest. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes and we'll talk about whatever, because I gotta spend this 1 hour before I start driving to karaoke place. Uh, it's too bad I cannot drink. Okay, so. Ah. Uh, okay. So the very interesting news, right? Some BLM activists now say statue of Jesus, if it's described as a white man, it should come down. Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, I love that idea. I think it's such a creative idea. Okay, I'm Christian myself, but I make jokes about Jesus and Bible and God all the time. Okay, why? Because I'm half secular, half Christian. Okay, that's why. In Korean language, there's this interesting word, nallari. Nallari means kind of like shenanigan, kind of playful, naughty character. That's nallari. Nallari. So I'm kind of nallari Christian. Okay, there's term about that in Korea. Okay. So I had a good laugh. Okay, when I read that article. That's just so funny. I think this is hilarious. Okay, so African Americans, they have a fantastic sense of humor. Okay, so I really appreciate. I'm not being sarcastic. Okay, they have good sense of humor. Okay, I love their sense of humor. Okay, yeah, that's funny. And what else? NASCAR and the news. Okay, there's this. He isn't exactly African American. He's kind of like brown, not even that dark brown, kind of medium brown guy. Okay, and he claimed that he found the news in his garage. He's a NASCAR racer, car racer, right? So FBI investigation found that it was not a news. It was some door pulling rope. Okay, and he's after that he said no, it was news. It was news. It was somebody put in there. And my reaction, well, was it you who put in there so that you can be a sensation, you can be very famous, because not many people knew about this guy at all before. this news found in his garage, NASCAR garage. Okay, so he insisted that it was news. Okay, so did he put it there, or to get attention, media attention, or I don't know. I don't know whether if it was in fact a news, if somebody put it there, should it be a federal crime? Should it be a federal crime and or what, hate crime, or should it be just regarded as a haha prank? I think even if it was a real news, somebody put it there. I think it's just prank. I mean, nobody died, nobody got injured. There was no property damage. It's just, you see, yeah, it shouldn't be, you should not have involved FBI in the first place. Okay, they're too overreacting about these things nowadays. Let me tell you a story, okay? I think I told you this story a couple of days ago. Yeah, I think I did, but let me tell you again. After 4 years of service, active duty, U.S. Army soldier, yeah, I got accepted to University of Michigan Law School, among others. Okay, the one in Minnesota, Austin, Texas, Vanderbilt, and Michigan Law. Okay, something like that. Okay, and so I drove my car. It was Subaru Outback, stick shift. Okay, year probably 1996. That's the year of that car, I think. Probably older than you, right? It ran well, okay, and for a while until I get there. But after I got there, I had to put in the repair shop, car repair shop, and the mechanic guy, he was a white guy, manager of that car shop, okay, next to this gas station, right? So he's a manager of that white guy, younger than me, okay, probably by like 5 years, something like that, maybe by 3 years. But he was a white guy, all right? And here we chatted, right? I told him, yeah, I got out of the U.S. Army, now I'm in law school, okay? And so I guess he felt somewhat jealous. Yeah, it was professional jealousy, right? And he didn't do a very good job repairing my car, okay? Because by then I knew basics of car repair, because I learned it from my friends when I was in the U.S. Army as a junior enlisted soldier, right? Yeah, yeah, this not, he didn't quite tighten up all the way. It wasn't that quite flush, okay? And his attitude was like, whatever, right? Yeah, okay, whatever. So I paid him money and I drove my car. It was fine. And then a couple of days later, I looked at my car key, and then it was etched with this electric drill. Tee, etching, right? Chinese. That's what he wrote there. Cheeze. He intentionally misspelled it. Okay, so yeah, he was making racial jokes on me. Etching with a drill on my car key. Alright, what did I do? Nothing. I effaced that car key so that I don't see that. I think I actually replaced that car key. Okay, because I had many spare car keys. I think I just threw it away. Right? And then moved on. Right? Was it a racist? I don't think so. What was it then? Prank. Why did he prank on me? On my race? Professional jealousy. Because he has several employees, car mechanics, and some of them were Hispanics. And I don't think he would do those etching Chinese on every Asian that he sees. He just did not like me because I was more successful than he was. Maybe he thought I was more successful than he was. Maybe he was jealous. That would be my guess. Okay, but am I think I'm more successful than car mechanics? No. Why? because in humanology, success is defined as happiness and righteousness. Then that's a success. It has nothing to do with social recognition or money, power, fame, or SCX. No. In humanology, success is defined purely based on righteousness and happiness. It has nothing to do with money, power, fame, social echelon. No. Okay, so, but I guess that's how he saw. That's how he defined success, right? So he thought I was more successful than he was, so he got jealous and he picked on my race. Okay, so I don't think he was a racist. I don't think so. He was just angry, okay, and jealous, and he needed to vent it out, and he did it not quite a good way, etching his customers' car key, making fun of my race. That was not nice. That was not nice. Okay. But I didn't make a deal out of it. Why? Because I was busy. I just got to law school. No time. Alright? So I just moved on. Of course I never went back there, okay, because I don't want to deal with it. I didn't have time, I still don't. I don't have time to deal with their pranks, whatever. I just don't have time, okay? And I don't want to reside on that. I'm telling you this because it's something worthwhile to mention, okay? But I don't normally talk about these things. Why? Because it's been such a long time since then. Yeah, I can just laugh it off, right? But back then, it didn't feel good, all right? And I moved on. Why? Because I don't reside in those negative experiences. I move on. Why? Because I want to be happy, and I'm busy. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Uh, Well, I'm kind of glad that he did what he did because it's funny. I think it was hilarious. Looking back, okay, so yeah, I'm glad he did that. It's kind of cute, right? Oh, Chinese. Well, I love China, okay, but I'm not Chinese. I'm Korean American, okay, so Chinese, Chinese, Chinese. It's kind of cute, right? Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? Ah, boy. But that was cute. Looking back. So, uh, by the way, I whitened my teeth. Okay, so it's not that white. It's kind of yellowish, right? But I put this stripe, and also I used whitening toothpaste. Okay, so yeah. What else? So if I do end up winning the Republican primary this August 18th, 2020, then I will start taking some money from Republican Party, and other Republican organizations. Okay, but before the primary, there is no such support. Okay, primary is more like private sponsors or candidates or money. That's how it is. Okay, so if I do hypothetically, if I do win primary, yeah, I take the money, and I have some campaign sign too. Okay, probably I will. What I plan to do is I'll talk to other candidates who already have this campaign sign on the roads, and I call them and hey, would you let me reuse all your campaign this frames and just replace my sign? Replace your sign with my sign. No worries, I pay you. Okay, yeah. That's what I plan to do to make it more efficient. Okay, so then what would you say? My campaign sign? My name will be at the end. Okay, because that's the idea of my campaign. It's about people first. It's not about me. It's about people. Okay, so there are about seven communities that that constitute this district, Senate district. Yeah, I enumerate the names of those seven communities, about 6 or 7 communities. Okay, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let us, like CD1, CD2, CD3, all the way to CD7. Let us save the world. Vote for yours truly. I will use my name. Okay, for Alaska State Senate. That's what I'm gonna write. And the design will be exactly same as my campaign card. Okay, with this Northern Depot star, right? Northern Depot star like this. Okay, it's kind of modeled after American flag, right? But Northern Depot, there's Alaska state flag, right? So yeah, if you just like that, right? No problem. So yeah, I have plans for that. If I win the primary, if not, it will make my life a lot easier. Why? Because campaign will stop there. Okay, it will make my life a lot easier. Okay, so I'm okay either way. In all honesty, right? So other candidates, they are cool. Okay, so I have no problem any one of them getting elected because I think they're cool people. Yeah. So this BLM nowadays, not all of them, but some of them, it seems as if they want racism to exist so that they can complain about it. That's one way to look at it, one criticism, right? Uh, just to be fair, yeah, I think it's a decent movement, decent activism. It has some merits, right? Yeah, just bring attention to the people. This they call it systemic racism, but I wouldn't call it that because I don't think it's accurate description. Okay, I guess they are not capable of elaborating uh, describing the situation correctly. They're incapable of that. So it's not. I don't think it's systemic racism. Systemic racism, literally, what it means is there's racism that exists against African Americans, and it's so like conspiratorial. It's built in the system. I don't think that's true in America, especially nowadays. Okay, I mean we have like affirmative action. African Americans get extra credits when they apply to jobs, colleges. Okay, and there are a lot. Look how many African Americans are very wealthy, football players, basketball players, soccer. I mean the boxers, mixed martial arts, music industry, very rich. Television, journalism, politics. Many of them are doctors, lawyers, business like CEOs or like high ranking, right? African Americans. If racism did indeed exist, they wouldn't be there. Okay, so I don't think there is such a thing as systemic racism. But what does exist is African American community that are very poor. Okay, that does exist. Like in Maryland, Chicago, or Los Angeles, in big cities. Yeah, there are this what's called ghetto or inner city, right? In New York, yeah, all big cities, Washington D.C., right? There are neighborhoods, African American neighborhoods that is very poor, that does not have much money, and also there are a lot of crimes in those communities. That's a problem that we need to address, and that's the merit of Black Lives Matter movement. They brought attention, people's attention to that reality. Okay, so then what's correct description of that situation? Inherited poverty. That's what it is. Inherited poverty. They inherited poverty from generation back, right? So but it's not just African Americans though. Okay, there's some Caucasians. They call them white trash, right? Some Caucasians who inherited poverty and also crimes, drug abuse, domestic violence, right? Yeah. So this inheritance of poverty is not always about African Americans. It has nothing to do with race. All right. So yeah. Then what's the solution? Yeah, if I was the president, yeah, I use United States military, and we'll go to them. Perhaps not with weapons, okay, but with how bouquets of flowers, bouquets of flowers, cold water, chips, toys. If they have children, give them some gifts, but not exactly money though, okay? Because money, no, money is not a solution. Money is never a solution. Okay, so I mean it does take money to buy bouquet of flowers. Yeah, but not too much money. Okay, so U.S. federal military personnel, we go to those poverty-stricken neighborhoods, the hood. Okay, with bouquets of flowers, and also they will offer free service of cleaning up their neighborhood, erasing graffiti, picking up trash. Okay, we need to show them some love. Alright, so that's how I would approach that problem. Okay, it won't be about money. It will be about love. Okay, so yeah. So conservative media like Fox, Open America Network, One America Network, or There was another one, something like newsreel, whatever. Yeah, they blame the left for all this destruction, toppling down the statues, but I don't think that's fair. Okay, I think the rightists, conservatives are as much to blame as the leftists. Why? Because perhaps we haven't been very fair to Democrats and liberals. Perhaps we neglected them. Okay, so it's not just President Trump's fault either. We cannot fault him for everything that went wrong. President Trump, okay, he's only human, right? Yeah, just like any of us. So let's share this burden of blame. Everybody's at fault. Everybody, all of us, right? So yeah. Okay, we'll take a break. Okay, so uh, I'm I need to go to the karaoke bar, come back, sleep, and get back to work tomorrow. Okay, so but yeah, we'll take one more break. Okay, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Okay, at least for this episode because after I come back, yeah, I might do maybe 10 to 20 minutes episode. I don't know. We shall see. Okay. So this military mentorship program, okay, let's call it at that, right? So if I'm the president, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. To eliminate crimes, okay? It's easy. Military people, I was in the US Army, okay, so I know when there's no foreign war, we got nothing going on really. We just clean the bathroom, sweep, mop the floor, pick up the trash, okay. Yeah, classes, we don't, it's kind of repetitive. We don't quite learn anything new. Training, again, mm, not very productive, okay, so it gets old after a while, right? So that's kind of waste of time and money, all right? A lot of money going to US military, okay, so then let's use US military personnel, uh, because they are very talented individuals, okay, so they are smart people, they know something. Maybe they play musical instrument, or maybe they know martial arts, they sing well, dance well, or whatever. Maybe they know foreign languages, or military personnel, okay, or maybe they know mathematics like I did, okay. Yeah, we can tutor, mentor those inner city, poverty stricken neighborhoods in America, and we'll go to them with bouquet of flower, cold water bottles, and chips, okay, and we'll pay them visit if they let us in. If they do, then we'll spend time with them, okay, mentoring people, tutoring them, okay. Yeah, knowledge sharing basically, and also if they don't let us in, no problem. We'll pick up the trash. We'll clean up the street. Okay? Military personnel. We'll make those neighborhoods, we'll beautify them. Okay? We'll plant trees, lawn. Military personnel will do that. Okay? We'll make those neighborhoods very beautiful and clean. Right? And if they want to join us, clean out their own neighborhood, yeah, we'll do it together. Okay, so that way we can eliminate crimes. Okay, it won't be. If I'm the president, salvation of the world will be just like that. It will be very easy. Why? Because I have all the solution there is. All the solution to all the world problems, I have it. Okay. And I talked about this in this humanology series. Many different parts, it's so scattered around, okay? And yeah, how to save the world, yeah, it's there, okay? Yes, I talked about some of that in this 200 lost episodes, okay? But it's also here, okay? I don't forget those things, okay? So if it comes up, yeah, I'll reiterate it to you. But I already told you what the solution would look like. Okay. Yeah. Some other problems, we'll talk about it some other time. Okay. One thing at a time. Okay, because I have some book rest. I think it's about time for me to start driving. Okay, to karaoke bar, and I will probably have like double shot of whiskey, but I drink whiskey very slow. So if it's double shot, it takes me about 30 minutes to finish it. I drink very slow, and after I drink a lot of water, eat food. I make sure for hours and hours until I get like stone cold sober. Then I drive back home. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, thank you. See you later.